far 3 of the toughest guys in the division.
Yes, he's always taking the toughest
Once
fight.
again, making his way to the blue corner,
I've had the opportunity to train with him up at UGC, and it's completely different. Ryan now and Ryan from them, man. So I'm excited to see this fight. I don't know much about his opponent, Kyle Troyan, but he looks super tough. He looks super big for a welterweight, and he looks ready to go, man, to say the least.
You know, and that's one thing that folks at home might not understand. You know, if they fight at 170, chances are that fight night, they may be 185, 190.
190, probably 190. Like I said, I've trained with Ryan. I spar with him often. He doesn't feel like a 170 powder, to say the least. And
are you saying he's embodies a bigger fighter?
Ryan's definitely a bigger fighter, but this guy looks This guy looks big too. Big and strong. I'm excited to see this fight, man.
Now, you're around a young man like Ryan. Did he have any difficulties getting to 170, or how's the cut on
I think
some
he's so
situation
experienced
like
at this point, man. I've cut weight with him personally. We've both been to ABC in the sauna, cutting that weight, man.
Well, you're not kidding, though. Troyan he's a big boy.
Big for 170, and he's got some muscle on him, too.
Yep. Brought some fans with him here tonight.
Yes. UGC comes out strong, man. A lot of guys have been gathering to spar at UGC on Saturdays. And man, he looks ready to go, man.
Sure
I gotta
does.
say, he recently told me, I got a chance to talk to him a lot. He quit his job to focus on training. He's been doing multiple sessions a day. They got the boxing coach there at UGC, pro boxer, multiple wins, undefeated pro boxer, man. And they've been really helping Ryan put his game together in the grappling and the striking. And
I'm very much looking forward to seeing this new package that
Yes.
is Ryan Martin.
yes, me too.
So you talk about he quit his job. So does that mean there's an extra commitment to this? This is
That's
where
what he
this
told
is where
me.
he wants to go.
He told me he quit his job specifically to focus on training.
Maybe he's got a sugar mama?
I know I do.
That's what's up, Big Pisser.
Yeah.
I know I do.
With drip like that, how can you
How
not?
could you not? Man, listen, it's the charisma, man. And that's something I share with Ryan, man. He's got his own style of charisma, his own style of vigor, his own heart. And I'm sure he's ready to come out here and put on a show for his fans.
He looks ready.
Yes, sir.
And his fans are ready for him.
They're loud in here.
But
Like
he
I said,
also, though, I just saw him crack a huge smile. Like, and let's enjoy the moment too, you know?
That's the charisma, man.
Yeah.
And Ryan's got a feist to him. Recently, we were training at UGC with Roger, a former UFC fighter.
We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo.
Cage War 66 with our upcoming contest scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. It is in our welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in yesterday 170.4 pounds, representing Longo and Weedman MMA out of Long Island, New York, the Trojan Warrior, Kyle Troyan. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in last night at 171 pounds even, representing the Upstate Grappling Club out of Clifton Park, New York, Ryan Martin. The man in charge of the action at the sound of the bell is Keith Peterson.
It's going to be a good one.
Troyan kind of has that Crow Cop look.
Yeah, he's fighting out of Weidman and Longo in Long Island. I mean, that's a reputable gym, reputable camp. Like I said, me and Ryan's got a feist to him, though. We were training recently with Roger, former UFC fighter.
Roger Zapata.
Yeah, Robert Zapata, former UFC
Oh,
fighter.
great
and
guy, yeah.
Albany detective, and me and Ryan working together, and
I can already see a difference in Ryan's movement.
Yes, big difference.
He's got feints. He's got in and out. He's got some head movement.
Yeah, it's a completely different fighter, I would say.
Oh, 180 degrees. But I would definitely say Troyan has the size advantage.
Yes,
Without a doubt, he's a big boy.
Ryan's doing a good job getting his head off the line with them strikes. Ooh.
And that's the thing. If you're coming from Weidman Longo, you're going to know how to wrestle.
You're going to know how to wrestle for sure. Weidman, a great wrestler, a UFC champ. They're known for their jiu-jitsu and grappling.
Wow. That's just power. That wasn't even technique. That was just strength.
Yeah, that was strength. Strength, nice inside trip. Ryan doing a good job of keeping his control, though, not letting it get too crazy here.
He's also doing a nice job not getting concerned and instantly closing the guard. He's working the open guard. He's bringing the foot to the hips.
And one of the biggest things in MMA, man, is just staying the course sometimes, riding the waves and weathering the storm, man.
You've got to wait for your opening. You got to wait for that weight shift and then capitalize.
When those strikes come, that's the best time to stand up, I would say.
Yeah, because the person has to take the pressure off to deliver that pressure.
I would say one of the biggest things Ryan's been working on since making the switch to UGC is his jiu-jitsu.
But again, his striking looks that much different as well.
His movement and striking, yes, definitely. And that also comes with just time, too.
Good job getting to the hip. Troyan looking to pass that knee. Martin's corner telling him to work towards the cage to help stand up.
He's reclaimed his guard here. Troyan doing a good job at controlling and scoring some points, man. Finding them strikes to the body.
Troyan on top here in the blue. Martin in the red, less than a minute to go in the first
Ryan
round.
answering back, blocking and striking.
He's doing a good job trying to go hip to hip, trying to create an angle, trying to create some space, but Troyan's just keeping that down pressure.
It just looks like this is frustrating for Ryan right now.
Nice job passing the side mount.
Yeah, me personally, I prefer as the bottom guy being in side control because as a wrestler, it's easier for me to work from there.
What would be the advantage for Troyan to moving to side control? Just more opportunity, openings?
Yeah, I prefer half guard over side control on top. But
for ground and pound, absolutely.
Yeah, for ground and pound, absolutely. But if you're Troyan, you can look to attack more from side control.
I like side control to isolate an arm.
Yeah, attack more submissions-wise, I would say.
Isolate an arm, work ahead and arm choke.
Yep, and look to get them out.
Yep.
So if you're Ryan Martin there, you pretty much weathered the storm. What do you look to do to try to stem the tide in round 2, Will?
Stay off your back.
Stay off your back, find movement, and land strikes. I think Ryan has an advantage in the striking element, and if he can, that lead leg kick is there too. Troy's really heavy on his lead leg. If I was Ryan, I'd look to land some leg kicks and set up some big bombs.
And be careful against the cage because as we saw, Troyan has the strength advantage.
I think Ryan actually has the advantage in open space with wrestling.
Agreed.
He shot a nice double leg shot. He just ran into a brick wall. Like you said, Troyan's a big, strong guy, and that takedown was just strength.
Yep. I mean, sometimes that works.
Sometimes it works.
Not always. But I remember when I started jiu-jitsu, I would roll with guys like, wow, you're strong. I'm like, thanks. They're like, no, it's not a compliment.
No, it's not a compliment. Hey, both guys still look good, fresh and ready to go.
Ryan looks like he's got something to prove in this round where he got off that stool.
Yes, sir.
Fan favorite,
like
probably.
I said, he's feisty, man.
Yep, he's the fan favorite, obviously, probably down by a round.
Not frustrated, still fresh.
Oh
no.
Whoa. Slip, it ain't nothing to it, but
All
to
right.
do it.
I was just hoping there wasn't a little hyperextension or anything crazy like that.
Man, you get sweaty.
All right.
Hey, man, Troyan's doing a real good job at staying patient and looking for his opportunities to strike.
Ryan's got the better movement in and out. Troyan doing a good job waiting for his opportunity.
Yeah, he's just letting Ryan come to him.
Well, it's crazy because on the scales yesterday, Martin outweighed him by about a pound, but today there looks like about a 10 to 12 pound weight difference, at least from my eyeballs.
Well, he comes from that Wyman camp, man. I'm sure they have some good, instruction on weight cuts and whatnot. And
that's the thing, too. When you're getting ready for weight cut, El Shaddai and I, we didn't care if we were heavyweight. But these guys, you want to make sure you make the weight because nothing's worse than having to make weight before weigh-ins, like right before.
Yeah, man.
Well, it's so draining, right?
Listen, I got to cut some weight myself. It's not easy, but it's definitely not fun, but part of the process.
How much you weigh now, Big Piss?
Above the limit.
Really?
You don't look like it, though.
I know. I look good. I feel good.
He's looking at him. He didn't miss me. I look good.
I look good. Yeah, I feel good. But I weigh a lot. Hey, Ryan's he's doing a good job landing some of those leg kicks, but Troyan's answering every single one of them.
My guess is are you one of the largest people in Japan?
Definitely.
Godzilla.
Definitely.
Godzilla, come on now.
Zetai.
Godzilla.
What about Dekai Sugiru, yo?
You could be the big Zilla.
The big Zilla. Black Zilla.
Black Zilla.
That's-
Now, when you get that chain, I'm getting the old one.
Oh, yeah, I
nice
got you.
left.
Nice
job.
There you go. That's
Here we go.
there.
I think Ryan woke up for sure.
Yeah, he's landing some big strikes
Yep.
just now.
Yep.
And he's definitely got Troyan thinking. Troyan looks a little more apprehensive.
Avoided the takedowns. Had a couple of big
But again,
moments.
you see how fast Troyan turned him against
You
Cage.
can tell he's really comfortable grappling. He's really comfortable grappling, putting his weight up against Ryan, man.
Well, if Ryan can stay on his feet, more than likely he'll get the.
Another
again,
one.
strength.
Those bear hugs are tough, yeah.
That body lock.
That
boom.
bear hug body lock is tough, man. You can tell Troyan's got a big strength advantage. I thought Ryan was doing good in space, man.
And you hear his corner tell him, you got to work.
Yeah, you
Less than a
gotta.
minute.
I think if I'm Ryan, man, I'm going for broke and I'm just trying to get to my knees and start building up, start wrestling up because I think Ryan actually has an advantage in those transitions.
And I think if that's gonna
Looking
happen,
for
it's
that
gonna
head and arm choke. Oop.
it'll have to be
Guard.
more than likely the third round.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's
short
still got
time.
3 more minutes left to go. This time is way off. That was just 10 seconds, so I don't know where we're at.
Well, listen, I have experience on the technical side. It's hard to match up the clock timer to the actual real life thing, man.
You could be a politician.
Yeah, listen, I'm planning on running for mayor. Big piss for mayor, 2030.
Hey, you got to do a better job than Kathy Sheehan.
I know, I will. Of
Well,
course I will.
what city do you live in?
I live in Albany.
Oh, you do?
That's why I said Kathy Sheehan.
I
Kathy
know,
Sheehan.
but he also went to Columbia High School. I didn't know if he was an East Greenbush kid. I wasn't
Listen,
sure.
I'll run for mayor for anywhere.
Well, listen,
I feel like
the mayorship in Albany is wide open.
I know.
Wide
Yeah,
open
she's
right now.
terrible. The only worst politician in New York is Kathy Hochul.
Well, Big Piss 2030, man. Coming to a town near you.
Sheehan versus Hochul? Big Red versus.
Yo, don't get me arrested.
I'm going to give it to the Wicked Witch, Hochul. She looks like she could be the Wicked Witch.
Hey,
of the
speaking
West.
of the mayor Schenectady's in the house tonight. I got a chance to meet him, shake his hand.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's here tonight. He's probably in the VIP somewhere. So, Cage War's always bringing out the big names.
Well, I mean, speaking of Schenectady politicians, Angelo Santa Barbara, who's often here, was a big proponent of mixed martial arts and getting it legalized in New York.
Hey, and look at it. It's paying its dues here.
Ryan Martin looking to start fast here in the third round.
Yeah.
Probably an even fight at this point, guys. Is that what you think? 1-1?
I give it 2 rounds to Troy.
Yep, I agree. 2
Troy.
rounds.
Fair
2
enough.
rounds of Troy, and he's had too much control and success. Ryan had some big moments in that last round, but it's hard to argue with almost 2 minutes of control. Man.
Yeah, the cage control.
Yeah.
You know, he
And
held
he's
him on
landing
his
those leg
back.
kicks,
He
those
wasn't
leg-
able to sweep, reverse.
He's landing those leg kicks at a pretty good rate. But this is where Ryan's having success, man, in space. Entering in, landing those strikes.
Moving the head off center line,
his
dropping
head-
it just a little bit.
And Troyan's lead hand's a little low, so that 10 is landing, man. The 10 is there.
And for those at home who don't know what the 10 is, that's the overhand right.
Yeah, the overhand right is there. If I'm Ryan, I'm staying away from this, man. This hasn't worked for you all fight.
You know what? I don't smell anything right now.
There we go. Another takedown by Troyan, man.
He really relies on that body lock.
Yeah, that's a strong offensive move in wrestling, man.
You know, and watching Ryan, it almost feels like it might benefit him to maybe move down in a weight class or something like that.
I've
because
told him that before.
he isn't. There's a fine line
Yeah.
in this, and he's really good. He's just going up against a bigger guy,
Bigger, stronger
physical
guy.
stature, you know.
Yeah, and it really shows in those body locks positions.
And I don't mean
Troy
any
on his
disrespect.
mount.
No disrespect at all. Ryan Martin's fighting a hell of a fight.
Yeah, no disrespect. I think
Now, if you're Ryan, you have a choice. You can get to a hip, you can give up the back.
I think Ryan has a really good opportunity to wrestle up here if he commits to it.
Once again, both fighters right in front of our cage. Our broadcast setup here. Not tremendous damage
Troyan
being done
taking
on
the
Ryan.
back.
But lots of control here by Troyan, who's fought a really good fight.
Ryan doing a good job fighting the hands.
Final minute of our third
If
round.
you're Ryan Martin, you want to turn into him hard before he's able to get back on top of you.
It's really intelligent fight, too, by Kyle Troyan, too.
Yeah.
Stayed out of trouble mostly.
Position over submission, some would say.
Position over submission, position before submission.
Yep.
However you want to say it.
However you want to say it.
Keith Peterson keeping his eye on the action.
Like I
Less
said,
than a minute
Troyan's
left.
not really scoring many points here, but it's hard to argue against the control. And we're right here. Those punches aren't damaging, but they look good to the judges.
And that's what I'm saying. There's a fine line. Like a lower weight class would be a possible different outcome for Ryan Martin in his next fight.
Yeah, that's definitely something for him and his coaches and his team to discuss and consider moving forward.
10
I mean,
seconds
he is
left.
game as hell, that young man. He
He's
is game as hell.
Like I said, Troyan's just doing a good job at keeping control
And playing his game.
playing his game, man.
Good fight. Clearly, there's going to be some disappointment on the end of Ryan Martin, but
Yeah.
he was just up against a very tough opponent. And you
Yeah,
talked
big
about
guy.
the pedigree and the gym and where this guy's coming from. And you can't judge anything by wins and losses. It doesn't matter.
And he fought a smart fight, man.
He did.
He fought a smart fight.
Troyan got up on the cage and kind of let the hometown crowd know.
I thought about that before, but it's what goes up must come down. And when big piss come up, big
Yep.
piss come
Like
down.
pissing into the wind.
Or on his face.
I think that's the best part about the name, man. It's so punnable. It's so punny. Pissing in the wind.
Submission by
Oh,
Piston.
man, he's doing the Dougie. You got Troyan in there doing the Dougie, doing the
You know what? I'm
stanky
glad
leg
he's having fun.
Yeah.
All the dancing.
It's great to see the fighters having fun,
Absolutely.
man, enjoying their thing.
Tough loss, we think, for Ryan, but
Yeah, it's hard
Game-
to argue against it.
game as heck.
Yeah, it's a lot of control, man. I think
He'd be a huge 55er.
That's what I'm
a good
saying.
I've suggested it to him over the years, but to each his own, man.
But he would be a big 55er.
He would be a big 55er. Maybe in the UFC, I think he's more of a 45er even.
Mike Falvo getting the scorecards.
I mean, that's crazy, too. That's 25 pounds.
Aljamain Sterling cuts to 130. He used to cut from 135 from 185.
And that's the problem, too. That's why a lot of people are advocating for different weight classes. So there
Yeah.
should be a 60 or a 65.
Yeah.
We're going to
Speaking
bring it
of
up to Mike
Aljamain
Falvo for
also
the
out of
official results.
Weidman and Longa.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for two great fighters and one great fight. After 3 hard-fought rounds of mixed martial arts action, we go to the official scorecard. All 3 judges have scored the fight 30-27 in favor of your winner by way of unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, Kyle Troyan.